Morning, everybody. Are you a are you a lobster or are you a tiger? Let me ask that a different way. Are you high animal protein intake or high vegetable protein intake? Right. So there's been a huge debate raving for the last I don't know, let's say 40 or 50 years. Oh no, in the last 20 years, I think people have become more conscious of the difference between animal protein and vegetable protein. And you have vegans on one side saying like, oh, this you should go vegan, and there's scientific studies that show that living a vegan lifestyle is good for a person, and then there's people on the other side of the fence that say like just animal protein, that's the best way to go. And again, there's scientific evidence for both, and my main viewpoint on that is moderation. So one of the main differences between vegan protein or vegetable protein and animal protein is cholesterol content. That's one of the main differences there. So vegetable proteins they have very little cholesterol, whereas the animal proteins they're higher in cholesterol because of the source. So you're coming from animal, it's coming from animals, so it's going to have cholesterol in it. So our bodies, couple things. So our bodies make cholesterol. Believe it or not, our bodies make cholesterol. Everybody makes a certain amount of cholesterol. That's one of the reasons why doctors tell a person that has high cholesterol to minimize the saturated fat intake. Particularly, they tell them to watch out for animal fat. So you got to kind of watch your animal fats, or that's what your doctor says, right? You know your body. I don't know your body, but that's what your doctor says. Versus vegetable protein, which has compounds that help to fix your cholesterol. So in other words, it helps your body break down the cholesterol, turn it into bile, and then pass it out of your system. And now, should you go completely animal or completely vegan? That's going to be a matter of preference. That's going to be a matter of your genetics. So if you have a genetic history in your family of people, getting like diseases like high blood pressure and that sort of thing, then you might want to limit your intake of saturated or animal protein and increase your vegetable protein, and vice versa. If you're a person whose family history doesn't show any history of having things like high cholesterol or heart disease or diabetes or anything like that, then you might be able to eat more animal protein. Another thing too is that we have intestinal flora. So you got like you know how they talk about good bacteria and bad bacteria. So we have that, and the internal gut bacteria levels. Those determine how well a person is going to respond to animal protein or how well a person is going to respond to vegetable protein. So if you eat if you eat animal protein and you find like you're getting negative reactions, and those are our relative, but they are relatives. I have relatives. But if you're eating animal protein and you're getting negative reactions in your body, listen to those signals and then look at the amount of animal protein you take in and then adjust from there. And same thing with vegetable protein. If you're a person that you can't eat for some reason, like you have a hard time absorbing vegetable protein, then look at how much you're taking in and then look at the source and then accommodate from there. But in my opinion, what I do a mix. So I'm 50% animal protein and 50% vegan protein or vegetable protein. And my family, we don't have histories of heart disease or anything like that. I find like in my personal daily experience, I'm able to eat animal protein, and my body absorbs it very well. As a matter of fact, you have a bioavailability for every protein out there, whether vegetable or animal, and it will tell you how well that protein is absorbed, right? So I'll put a link to a list that you can check out and see, just for your research purposes. But I do a mix. I do a mix of vegetable protein and I do a mix of animal protein. And then there's days where I do nothing but animal protein, and then there's days where I do just just vegetable proteins. And I'm a strong believer in the wisdom of your body. So your body knows better than you. Your body, like the body has been evolving for literally millions of years. This is not me saying this. This is scientific research and fact. The human body has been evolving for millions of years. So you got to think that your body has developed a sort of wisdom that you can't even comprehend. I can't even comprehend it. The way God put us together, or whatever you believe in, the way God put us together, He created us, our bodies very intelligently. So, there's you can go to places, or you can go to professionals like kinesiologists, or they call them nutrition response therapists. So these are people that will help you. If you bring foods to them that you want to eat, or you think the food is causing you a problem, they'll test that food using your body, using certain techniques, and they can tell you, like, okay, if that food is good for you, if that food is bad for you, and what amounts that food is good or bad for you. They can tell you how many vitamins and minerals you might need at the time, right? So I recommend that you look for your local, like a chiropractor. There, they do something similar. Look for like a local chiropractor, or a local um, nutrition response therapist. Look for two of those local professionals there, and then check them out. Because if you're a person that, especially if you're a person you're struggling with changing your body, you're struggling with body fat, lean muscle issues, etc. You want to get as much insight into how your body works as possible, right? The more insight you have, the more efficiently you can design your own nutrition program. So you're not wasting your time, right? So check those out. And but yeah, my verdict on it is, for me personally, I can do both. If you're a person that can do just primarily vegetable proteins, do that. If you're a person that just does animal proteins, do that. But make sure you're getting water. Make sure you're getting fresh air. Make sure you're getting exercise. Make sure you're getting rest, right? And at the end of the day, man, we're all different people, all different bodies, all different responses. So that's it, guys. That's all I got. I was about to rant, but I'm going to stop right here. So, guys, thank you so much for staying tuned for this video here. And rate, comment, subscribe, and make sure you share, guys. All right. Thank you so much. God bless. Have a great day. Peace.